All right, so welcome back. We are going to focus this video on one of the AP preparation questions from section 4.1, which in my book is integration. So it's going to be one of those problems especially geared towards getting you ready for the AP exam. So before we get started, we are going to thank our corporate sponsors, Sticky Feet Reptiles, stickyfeetreptiles.com, and the Crafty Badger. And I also want to send a special shout out to someone that just designed a logo or a background for my YouTube channel. One of my students, Olivia, created this for me. So you'll see this coming up in my background in a few days. So I appreciate that. So if you look at the problem that we're going to do, the actual problem says the graph of f prime is shown. So we have the derivative graph, and it says if f of 0 equals 3, what is the value of f of 10? So of course, if we want to go from the derivative backwards to the actual function, we have to take the integral. In order to take the integral, well, we need some sort of function to go off of. So if we go back to our Algebra 1 days, we have a line, we can pick points from 2 points, we can find the slope, and then from there we can create the equation of a line to actually go through and integrate. So the points I'm going to pick are just the intercepts. All right, so the first intercept I'm going to use is 0, 4, right, my y-intercept. And then the x-intercept is 10, 0. So just to keep the points easy, we'll use the intercepts. So to find my slope, I take, so if x1, y1, x2, y2, right, I have y2 minus y1, x2 minus x1, which gives me negative 4/10 or negative 2/5. So my slope of that line is negative 2/5. If I put it back into point slope, let's put it into the second point there. I get y minus 0 from this point equals my slope times x minus my 10, which gives me an equation of y equals negative 2/5 x. And then negative negative gives me positive. 20/5 is just 4. All right, so that should be the equation of that line, that derivative line that they gave us. All right, now that I have that, I can say that to get back to the original function, I want to take the integral of that negative 2/5 x plus 4 with respect to x. So in order to do that, I'm going to add 1 to the exponent and divide by that new exponent. So I have negative 2/5 x squared over 2. And I'm going to add an x in here. So my integral is going to end up being negative, let's see, so the 2's would cross out. So negative 2/5 divided by 2, it's like multiplying by half, so the 2's would cross out. So I'd have negative 1/5 x squared plus 4x, and then don't forget your constant of integration, the plus c. So now that I have this, this is going to be my original f of x, right? I took my, down here, this y equals is actually my derivative curve, right, my f prime. If I take the integral of that, I come back with f of x. In the problem, they gave us the initial condition that f of 0 equals 3. So if you're not sure about initial conditions, we do have another video on initial conditions that you can watch. But assuming you already watched that, we say that if you put a 0 in for x, so I put a 0 in for both of my x's, then I should get a 3 out of that function. So of course this will be 0, 0. So my c value looks like it's just 3. Okay? So I go back to my function up here, and I say the function is actually negative 1/5 x squared plus 4x. Instead of plus c, I have plus 3. But that's not the answer to the question still. The question says, what's the value of f of 10? So to find f of 10, I plug it in. I have negative 1/5 times 10 squared plus 4 times 10 plus 3, right? So that's 100, and then 100 divided by 5 is 20, so that's negative 20 for the first piece. And then I get 4 times 10, 40 for the second, So negative 20 plus 43, it looks like f of 10 is 23. So that would be my final answer. F of 10 is 23. All right, so if you would like to like and subscribe, we'd appreciate it. Be on the look for more videos to come. And as always, if you have a video that you would like to see, please let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching.